Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
To open the Customers page in QuickBooks Online, click the Sales link in the navigation bar when using the Accountant view. Then click the Customers tab at the top of the page that opens to the right. Alternatively, hover over the Sales link in the navigation bar and then roll over and click the Customers link in the side menu that appears to open the same page. Alternatively, if using the Business view, click the Customers and Leads link in the navigation bar. Then select Customers to the right of the navigation bar if needed. The Money bar at the top of the page shows the unbilled last 365 days, unpaid last 365 days, and paid activity and amounts. Clicking any section of the Money bar filters the list below to show those customers. To remove the filter, click the Clear Filter/View All link above the Money bar. To collapse the Money bar, click the small upward-facing arrow in its lower right corner. When collapsed, a small downward-facing arrow you can click to expand the Money bar then appears in its place. To manually add a new customer in the Customer pane, click the New Customer drop-down button in the upper right corner of the page. To instead import customers, click the drop-down arrow on the New Customer button, and then select the Import Customers command. Below the Money bar is the Customers list. A Batch Actions drop-down button appears in the upper left corner of the Customers list. To perform batch actions on selected customers, check the checkboxes next to the customers in the Customers list, and then click the Batch Actions button to see the batch actions you can perform for them, which include create statements, email, make inactive, and select customer type. To sort the customers list, click either the Customer/Project or Company, or open Balance column headings to sort by the data in those columns. You can sort the Customer Project Company column by either the Customer Project values or Company values by clicking either link in the single column heading. Also, the word Project only appears if projects are enabled in the Company file. After sorting the customers list, an upward-pointing or downward-pointing arrowhead appears next to the column title by whose values the list is sorted. The upward-pointing arrowhead means the list is sorted in ascending order. The downward-pointing arrowhead means the list is sorted in descending order. To switch the sort order of the column's values, click the same column title by whose values the list is currently sorted again. To find a specific customer or company, enter a search term into the search field at the top of the customers list, and then press the Enter key on your keyboard. If needed to show all the customers again, delete the entry you typed into the search field, and then press the Enter key on your keyboard. In the upper right corner of the customers list are three buttons for Print List, Export to Excel, and Settings. To open a printer-friendly customers list page and also open your web browser's print dialog box, click the Print List button. To download the customers list as an Excel workbook, click the Export to Excel button. To show customer list display options in a drop-down menu, click the Settings button. Then check or uncheck the names of the columns under the Columns heading in the drop-down menu to show or hide them in the customer list. To show any inactive customers within the list, check the Include Inactive checkbox under the Other heading. To show customer projects in the customers list, check the Include Projects checkbox. To select the number of customer rows to show per page in the list, click the Rows drop-down in the drop-down menu and select a choice from the drop-down menu that appears. By default, the customers list shows the Customer Project Company, Phone, Open Balance, and Action columns. To perform an action on a customer, click or select an action from the Action Columns dropdown, depending on which actions are currently available for the customer, which can include Create Invoice, Create Estimate, Send Payment Link, Create Sales Receipt, Create Charge, Create Time Activity, Receive Payment, Send Reminder, Create Statement, Create Video Meeting, Schedule Video Meeting, and Make Inactive. Other than Make Inactive, clicking any link in the Action dropdown opens a window or page for you to perform the selected action. The Make Inactive link only appears in the Action column for customers with a zero amount account balance. To navigate through multiple pages of the customer's list if needed, click the first, previous, next, and last links in the lower right corner of the customer's list. To edit existing customer information, click the customer's name in the customer's list to open a customer detail page. This page contains tabs you can click to show the selected customer's transaction list, projects if enabled, customer details, and late fees if enabled. To open the customer pane if needed, either click the Customer Details tab and then click the Edit button in its upper right corner, or click the Edit button at the top right-hand side of the page. Change any customer information in this pane, and then click the Save button at the bottom of the pane. Also, note that clicking the Transaction List tab in the Customer Detail page shows the transactions for that specific customer. Clicking Projects, if enabled, lets you add projects for the customer. And clicking Late Fees, if enabled, lets you specify custom late fees for the customer. While you cannot delete a customer, QuickBooks Online Plus lets you inactivate customers. One way to inactivate a customer is to click the customer in the customer's list to open their customer detail page. Then click the drop-down arrow on the Edit button in the upper right corner of the page and select the Make Inactive command in the menu that appears. If the customer has a zero balance, a window then opens asking you to confirm you want to make this customer inactive. Click the Yes, Make Inactive button to make the customer inactive. If the customer has an open balance, a warning window instead appears asking you to confirm making this customer inactive will cause an adjusting transaction to be created. Is this okay? If so, click Yes, Make Inactive to make the customer inactive and also create the adjusting transaction. Alternatively, to inactivate a customer with a zero balance, select the Make Inactive choice from the Action column for the customer's record in the customer's list. To reactivate an inactive customer, click the Settings button above the customer's list in the customer's page. Then check the Include Inactive checkbox to show any inactive customers in the customer's list. To reactivate an inactive customer, click the Make Active link that appears in the Action column of the customer record to reactivate.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.